Hi, my name is Kelly Lindell. After 20 years as a fitness instructor, I started a home care agency to help seniors stay independent. After working closely with hundreds of folks over 50, I'm back to preaching fitness because I am convinced, and tons of research support my beliefs, that the number one thing you can do to stay healthy as you age is to be active. Face it, we're all aging, but let's not take it sitting down. Come on, join me. Let's go get active. Hi there, it's time for another great workout with Active Aging. I'm your host, Kelly Lindell, and today will be our second show focused on yoga. With all the many benefits of yoga, such as improved balance, strength, and flexibility, it's no wonder it's such a popular activity. The exercises we'll be doing today can even help you manage pain, partially due to stretching and relaxing tight muscles, but also because a regular exercise increases a chemical in your body known as endorphins. Endorphins are our body's own natural painkiller. So if you have sore, aching muscles and joints, join us for a little pain-relieving fun. And if the word yoga scares you a bit, don't worry. I'll be modifying these popular exercises so they'll be safe for you no matter your age or fitness level. Matter of fact, my guests on today's show, Earl and Kathy, are both in their 70s and 80s and have both had knee replacements. So I know if they can do the exercises, you can too. And don't worry about being perfect. Just do the best you can. It's about moving and stretching. Today, you'll simply need a sturdy chair, like a dining room chair, and ideally one that's back is no higher than your hips. So grab your chair and a glass of water, and we'll get started in just a minute.
There's some things that change your world for the good. The day we met Debbie, Dad's comfort keeper, was a true Independence Day for him. Finding someone who cares for Dad in amazing ways. Not just what she does for him, cooking, cleaning, and errands, but there's this bond, how they laugh and share memories. Knowing Comfort Keepers is there helping Dad live independently at home has made all the difference in both our worlds.
Let Comfort Keepers bring comforting in-home care home to you.
Store to Door really is there to help me.
Store to Door has been helping seniors in the 7-county metro area for 26 years. Our volunteers take your shopping list to Cub Foods, so the food we bring is just what you want.
They're wonderful people. Everybody should look into it.
Store to Door. We bring the groceries and peace of mind. Call 651-642-1892. That's 651-642-1892. Or visit storetodoor.org.
When it's time to start looking at options for senior living, it can sometimes feel like an overwhelming task. Here are some helpful tips to consider. Know exactly what is and isn't included in your monthly rent. It should be conveniently located to doctors and local businesses. Be sure there are options for additional services that may be needed for future care. If you have any further questions about senior living, feel free to call Heritage Place of Roseville at 651-489-3293.
All right, we're going to start today just by focusing on our breathing. It's amazing how much deep breathing can affect your whole body, and oftentimes we spend a lot of our day just doing shallow little breaths, and we miss out on all the energy that fresh air has to offer us. So we're going to focus on breathing. I invite you, feel free to close your eyes if you'd like at this time and just listen to my voice. You're going to start by breathing in through your nose, down, feel it go through your throat, and then as it enters your lungs, filling your abdomen and your lungs nice and wide, and then press that air out. Breathing in to a count of 3, and exhale to a count of 4. Again, in, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Again, repeating that, going at your own speed, but just repeating it. And exhale. And inhale. Feeling that fresh blood flowing through your body. Exhale. And now just begin to roll those shoulders back as you continue breathing nice and deeply. Most of the time during this type of exercise, we're going to do one breath per movement. So as you inhale, you squeeze up. And as you exhale, you relax down. Again, inhale up and exhale down. One more nice big circle with those shoulders. Now sitting up nice and tall and sliding to the edges of your chair. We're going to start by just opening up our chest area. We spend a lot of time in this position. Anytime that you can open up that chest, we're going to take a nice deep breath and roll those thumbs back. Your feet are about hip width apart on the floor, so you have a nice solid stance. Now exhale as you roll your palms to the floor and gently slide your chest towards your thighs. Ideally, you'd like your neck relaxed with your eyes focusing downward, and release your arms sweeping down towards the floor and gently reaching up, bringing those arms overhead again. And exhale down. Now inhale, open that chest nice and wide. Exhale as your palms roll to the floor and your chest comes down. Relaxing your neck. And inhale, sweeping those arms through and all the way up. And exhale down. Inhale, opening the chest wide to a chest expansion. Exhale, palms to the floor and chest comes down. Neck is relaxed, eyes focusing downward. Release those arms and sweep all the way up. And exhale down. Last time, we're going to open up that chest nice and wide. Exhale, palms roll to the floor as you release downward. Now here, I would like you to just relax your hands down towards the floor and just allow your chest to sink into your thighs and just lengthening the muscles of your low back. Relaxing that back, allowing your head to drop down. Feel free to shake your head a little bit and just relax the muscles of your neck. And now slowly walk those hands up your legs, slowly bringing your head above your heart. If you feel dizzy at any time, sometimes just all this new oxygen can make you a little bit dizzy. If that happens, just take a couple shallow breaths and relax and pick it up again when you can. But now I'd like you to bring your hands overhead. This exercise is called the sunflower. You're going to reach up nice and tall, lifting your shoulders and your rib cage. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to circle your body around towards the right, sweep across your thighs, and then inhale as you come back up on the left. So you exhale as you're going down, sweep across your thighs, and inhale up. Wonderful. And inhale. Exhale down. I love this one because it really loosens up all those muscles in your low back. Last time. And inhale up. And pausing briefly at the top, just relax your shoulders a little bit. Inhale. And this time we're switching directions, so circle to the left. And inhale, reaching up on the right. Exhale down, sweep across those legs and reaching up. Exhale down and inhaling up. And exhale down. And inhale up. Last time, we're going to go to the left. Exhale down. And inhale up. And relaxing those arms down. Good job. Now what I'd like you to do is bring your hands to the edge of the chair. Your hips are going to go right next to the very edge of the chair. Holding on to the chair with your hands, slowly lift your hips up off of the chair. This is called a tabletop exercise, and you're strengthening the muscles in your shoulders and arms, as well as a little bit in your legs. And slide your hips back, and reach forward and up. And exhale, bringing those hands back, and slide your hips out. Your abdomen is nice and tight, and gently lift those hips up now as you feel more comfortable with the position. Slide the hips back, and inhale, reaching up. And exhale down, bringing those hands to the chair, and your hips come up. And again, lifting those hips up so you have a nice flat surface like a tabletop, which is where it gets its name, of course. And holding in this position, I'd like you to extend your right leg out. Good. You might feel your leg shaking a little bit, but that's okay. It just means you're getting stronger. All right, release down and extending your other leg out. Trying to keep those hips up nice and tall. You feel any shaking a little bit? Good. You're doing it right then. And exhale down. Slide your hips back and reaching up. Wonderful. You can feel your whole body warming up, I hope. and relax down. All right, I'm going to invite you to stand up at this time, and we're going to have the chair right behind us, pretty much touching the backs of your legs, so you know that chair is there for your support at any time if you need it. I'd like you to try and stand with me during these exercises, but if you need to sit down at any time, go for it, and just join us again when you can. This exercise is actually called a chair. Very creative because that's what we're going to be doing. You're going to stand up nice and tall and slide your hips back, just like you're going to sit down into the chair, but keep your hips a few inches off of the chair, please. And you're going to stand up, and if you feel comfortable, bring your hands overhead and gently pressing your hips forward. So you're getting a nice stretch through the front of your body, and bringing your hands out in front of you. Feel free to bring your hands down to your thighs for support as those hips sink down. Or if you'd like to challenge yourself, you can bring your hands out in front or at your heart, whichever position feels most comfortable. All right, standing up again, gently pressing those hips forward. And release down, sliding those hips back. And bringing your hands into your heart or on your thigh. We're going to change this just a little bit and roll forward onto the balls of your feet. Now, this is called a balanced chair. And if you're doing it, you know why, because you're balancing on the balls of your feet. It's a little more challenging, but it's really helping to strengthen the muscles of your feet and ankles, which will really help with balance and preventing falls, of course. Release those heels down and inhale and come up. And exhale down. Just relax and shake those legs out. You might feel you're shaking a little bit. That's great. That means you're increasing your strength. All right. We're going to try one more of those. Inhale. Reach those arms up. Gently press the hips forward. And slide your hips down as your hands come forward. And again, keeping those hips off of the chair. But at any point, if you need to sit, go for it. Otherwise, staying up. We're going to try that one more time, bringing your hands into your heart and then roll forward on the balls of your feet. You can even see I'm shaking, but that's okay. And release down and stand up. Excellent. Just shake those legs out a little bit, and then we're going to go back behind our chair. These next movements we're going to do are called warriors, and they're really about balance and muscular control, which will really help us with fall prevention and just strengthening the whole lower body. We're going to start out by stepping your right foot back behind you. Your left foot is right in the middle of the chair, pretty much. And option is you can hold on to the chair at all times if you feel a little unsteady, or you can take your hands out and put them on your hips, wherever feels comfortable for you. Important as we start, you notice your back foot is turned out slightly, your front foot is forward, and we're going to step back together and do the same thing with the left leg. So your left foot goes back, it's turned out to the side so you're nice and steady, and come back together. Good. Now we're just going to repeat that a few times, stepping back and together. Step back and together. And if you have not exercised a lot before and this feels a little unsteady for you, feel free to take a smaller step back. It doesn't have to be real wide. Just trying to get out of your center of balance so that you have, you're training yourself in other positions than just standing. And step back. And if you want more challenge, you can add those arms to the movement. Feel free to go exactly where you need to for your own fitness level. Exhaling back and inhale together. Exhale back and inhale together. Exhale back and inhale together. We're going to do one more on each leg. Exhale back and inhale together. Last one. Exhale back and inhale together. Now we're going to step back with the right leg and we're going to hold it in that position. And from this position, you can either keep your hands on the chair or I invite you to bring them out to your sides. This is called a warrior, as I mentioned before, and you're holding the position. Now take a nice deep breath, inhale, exhale, and sink down into the pose a little bit deeper, feeling your muscles and your thigh. Maybe shake a little bit and definitely engage so you're working. All right, now bringing your hands to the back of the chair. What I'd like you to do is shift your weight onto the front leg as you lift that back leg up behind you and gently leaning over the chair. Your toe and your hips are rolled downward towards the floor, and really working on ankle strength and balance in your left leg. Excellent. And release down, coming back up to a standing position. Wonderful. All right, we're going to just repeat the warriors again. So you're going to step back and together and step back. We'll just do a few of these to get our hearts moving, so we're continually working out. And together, step back and together. One more to each side. Wonderful. Last one here. We're going to hold the left foot out. And as we did before, you can either hold onto the chair or bring your arms out to the side for a little bit more challenge. Taking a nice deep breath, inhale. Exhale and sink into that pose a little bit. Your weight is balanced over both legs. Wonderful. And if you feel you're shaking, that's excellent. That means you're working hard. And nice deep breaths as you hold. Then bringing your hands forward again. Shifting your weight onto that front leg as you lift the back leg behind you, and your chest gently comes down over the chair. Your hips and your toe are rolled downward, so they're directed at the floor. And here you're strengthening your low back as well as your gluteal muscles in your hips. Keep breathing as you hold that position and release the leg down. Wonderful job. All right, shake those legs out a little bit. And now we're going to add some upper body exercises as well. You're going to hold on to the chair. Ideally, have your hands kind of towards the side, or keeping your wrist as straight as possible on this exercise. You're going to walk away from the chair a little bit and come up on your toes and your heels, rolling through to your heels, lifting the toes up, and then lift up onto your toes again and roll through to your heels. Just stretching those muscles in your lower leg. The muscles that are very, very connected to our balance. You always want to keep these muscles nice and flexible. Roll back. All right, one more time up. And now I'd like you to slide your hips all the way back. Arms come on top of the chair, and you press your chest down into the floor. Lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling and stretching all through the back of your thighs. All right, excellent. Inhale and come up on your toes again. Your hands kind of pivot to the side of the chair. And now we are going to pull our belly buttons down towards the chair and push away. We'll try that a couple times here. Down towards the chair and up away. In yoga terms, this is called a cobra, where you're strengthening all the muscles of your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps on the back of your arm. And press away. And this time, hold it here briefly. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale as you slide those hips back and you go back to an extended position, chest going down into the floor. This is called a down dog or a modified down dog with the chair. Inhale, come up on those toes again. Slide your belly button towards the chair. Extend back, and tailbone goes back, sliding the chest to the floor, and come up. Last time, we're going to come up on the toes, and then slowly bringing the chest and belly button to the chair, and come back. Wonderful. You can relax the legs a little bit, shake out your arms. And now I'd like you to come around to the side of the chair. We're going to continue working the muscles in your low back as well as some in your abdomen at this point. Standing at the side of the chair, your options, you can either hold onto the arm of your chair, but I'd prefer if you're able to bring your hands down onto the seat of the chair so that you have a nice solid balance. And wrists are nice and flat, your hands are spread out so there's a good base of support, and gently lifting your right leg up behind you. And then lower it down. Lift your right leg again. And this time I'd like you to lift your opposite arm, so your left arm and right leg. This is called a spinal balance, working the muscles of your low back. And release down. And then we're going to lift our left leg up. And release down. And this time as we lift our left leg, we're going to extend our right arm out. Trying to keep your neck relaxed, your face is pointing down, and just stretching from fingertip to toe. And release down. Wonderful. Now keeping those hands on the seat of the chair, we're going to shift and go to your abdominal exercises. Your back is nice and flat. You're going to inhale. And as you exhale, round your back up, pulling your belly button towards your spine. And then inhale, dropping that belly button down towards the floor and gently lifting your chin up. This is a cow position. And exhale, rounding your back up. And this is a cat position. And inhale, dropping that belly button down. If anyone feels like mooing or meowing, you go right ahead. All right, exhale and pull that belly button up. As you're doing this, contracting all the muscles of your abdomen. And inhale, dropping the belly button down and chin lifts. And again, round up. And inhale down. And last time, squeeze those abdominal muscles nice and tight. And release down. All right, slowly walking your hands up on the chair and bringing your head upright again. Okay, and now I'm going to invite you to have a seat in your chair. Well, we did a lot of work on our wrists, and that's something that we don't always think about when we're exercising, but we use our hands all the time. So just relaxing those wrists, rolling them out, and then dump it out, rolling the opposite direction. All right. And then we're going to take a nice deep breath and inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And from here, please bend your right arm and just let that hand kind of drop behind your head. Take your other hand and gently pull that elbow towards the center of your head. You should feel a nice stretch all through the back of your arm and upper back and shoulder area. Release down. Inhale up. And this time the left hand drops down. And that right hand gently pulls the elbow towards the center of your body. And keep breathing as you're holding that position, stretching through that arm and shoulder. And release down. And one more time, just inhale nice and big. Lacing your fingers together and rounding your hands out in front of you. As you do this, you're rounding through the shoulder blades, opening up the shoulder blades, stretching through your upper back. And we're going to end almost where we began by opening your arms nice and wide, opening that chest. And exhale, bring your hands together. Inhale, open wide. And relax down. Well, you made it. You did a great job. Please stick with us, and we're going to do a few more stretches before the exercise is done.
There's some things that change your world for the good. The day we met Debbie, Dad's comfort keeper, was a true Independence Day for him. Finding someone who cares for Dad in amazing ways. Not just what she does for him, cooking, cleaning, and errands, but there's this bond, how they laugh and share memories. Knowing Comfort Keepers is there helping Dad live independently at home has made all the difference in both our worlds.
Let Comfort Keepers bring comforting in-home care home to you.
Store to Door really is there to help me.
Store to Door has been helping seniors in the 7-county metro area for 26 years. Our volunteers take your shopping list to Cub Foods, so the food we bring is just what you want.
They're wonderful people. Everybody should look into it.
Store to Door. We bring the groceries and peace of mind. Call 651-642-1892. That's 651-642-1892. Or visit storetodor.org.
When it's time to start looking at options for senior living, it can sometimes feel like an overwhelming task. Here are some helpful tips to consider. Know exactly what is and isn't included in your monthly rent. It should be conveniently located to doctors and local businesses. Be sure there are options for additional services that may be needed for future care. If you have any further questions about senior living, feel free to call Heritage Place of Roseville at 651-489-3293.
All right, let's stretch a little bit by sitting at the edge of your chair. Bring your feet apart as wide as you can. Sit up nice and tall with your back straight, placing your hands on your thighs, and slowly bring your chest down towards the center of your legs until you feel a nice stretch through the back of your thighs. And inhale, sitting up nice and tall. And now we're going to turn our shoulders to the right and gently place your hands on your thighs and lean towards that right leg. Taking a nice deep breath as you hold that position. And exhale. Coming up nice and tall again. And we're going to turn towards the left leg. Same thing on the other side, sitting up nice and tall and gently leaning down towards that thigh. Should feel a stretch through your low back as well as the back of the thigh. And inhale, come back up. And now you can slide your feet together and sit back further on the chair. And squeezing those shoulders up to your ears and gently press down. And closer to your ears and down. All right, and if you'd like to close your eyes at this point and just listen to my voice, closing your eyes, taking a nice deep breath, and gently just relaxing your head to the right side, lengthening the muscles of your neck, and slowly rolling your chin forward, bringing it over to the opposite side. And relax and breathe. All right, and bringing your head back to the center and just continue taking some nice deep breaths. And as we end today, I want to mention that one of our sponsors, Comfort Keepers, has offered viewers free installation of an emergency monitoring system. That includes an emergency button worn as a watch or necklace to assure that help is always available at the push of a button. So in addition to staying as strong and healthy as possible, an emergency button is a great tool to give you and your loved ones a little extra peace of mind knowing you're safe. If you'd like more information, please call the number on your screen. Thank you again for joining us today, and I hope you feel refreshed. I look forward to seeing you next time on Active Aging.
There are some things that change your world for the good. The day we met Debbie, Dad's comfort keeper, was a true Independence Day for him. Finding someone who cares for Dad in amazing ways. Not just what she does for him, cooking, cleaning, and errands, but there's this bond, how they laugh and share memories. Knowing Comfort Keepers is there helping Dad live independently at home has made all the difference in both our worlds.
Let Comfort Keepers bring comforting in-home care home to you.
Store to Door really is there to help me.
Store to Door has been helping seniors in the 7-county metro area for 26 years. Our volunteers take your shopping list to Cub Foods, so the food we bring is just what you want.
They're wonderful people. Everybody should look into it.
Store to Door. We bring the groceries and peace of mind. Call 651-642-1892. That's 651-642-1892. Or visit storetodor.org.
When it's time to start looking at options for senior living, it can sometimes feel like an overwhelming task. Here are some helpful tips to consider. Know exactly what is and isn't included in your monthly rent. It should be conveniently located to doctors and local businesses. Be sure there are options for additional services that may be needed for future care. If you have any further questions about senior living, feel free to call Heritage Place of Roseville at 651-489-3293.